Oh, damn! Fuck. Well, Lake Hawaii is back after one hell of a rainstorm last night. Damn. Are you clear over there? Or are you fucked? Cleared. Okay. It's all solid lake again. All right, here we are on day 78. We did some errands this morning because we've got all this going on. It's not raining at this time. So we'll do a quick run around because I haven't had a chance to do anything or show anything in a while. So here's our little banana. This whole leaf right here is uncurling. And the other leaves are dying off. Papaya. It keeps shedding its leaves. There's a dead one right there. That one's already dying, and then it's got all this little stuff growing on the top. Little sad George is over here, or Lenny.
No, that one's George.
Yeah, Lenny's over here. And I have no idea if this coconut's growing. Just no idea. It's not dead, it's not brown, it's not dried up, it's just itself. I've got, yeah, we had a huge storm come through yesterday. We got 2 of the sections up after we got some plywood up on the deck. Show that in a second. And we bolted out of here, judging by the radar. Got right to our front gate at the place we're staying. Alex stepped out and it unloaded on him. He had to use an umbrella to open up the gate. So here's our one pineapple. I still don't know if it's growing or if it's dead, but it's just kind of fun to check on it every day. So there's a kind of a side view. I don't know how far down in here I can go because this whole thing is, it was almost gone and it filled back up. So there's the end wall. So that's essentially, that's right around the peak of our building is right there. So then they'll be coming off at a 1 to 12 this way and it goes 4 to 12 off the front. And then there's a purlin that ties all those halves together. And this is all part of the left end wall framing. Gotta make sure I pay attention where I'm walking. You can grab the tools and head back. So we got some ladders so we can start using those if we need them, but I need one absolutely for the wall over here. I guess I'll take the other tools. You know, the hoe and the shovel and the rake.
I believe in you.
So here's our metal deck pans. Those are all done. We left those 2 at the end here unscrewed so we can take and put the wall up and then step on them to spread them out and get them up against the wall. I'm having to order some 3/4 inch screws or 3/4 inch bolts to go up from underneath because we hit a bolt so we can't come in. But there you go. So you can see that panel right there. You can see the wall. Of course, it's so tall that you see the wall kind of leaning out a little bit. And there's our little braces that attach directly to the panel. So we managed to get, after we got the plywood, we just laid it on top of the deck, and then we were able to just stand and just walk those panels right up and drop bolts in them. Once they get standing, they just want to stay standing. You can even let go of them. It's a little sketchy, but you can let go of them and they stay upright. because of how the weight's distributed. But then we'll quickly drop a couple of braces in there. So this is where we got to. I've got stuff on order with Home Depot so we can actually put in a floor, because I have to have some of the floor in before we can put up some of the other, put in the interior walls to put on the second floor, to put on the upper walls that are back here, because there's actually a lower here and here, then an upper here and here. And then these walls, you probably can't see it, but right above the windows there's a set of holes going back, and so there's a beam that goes all the way across that end wall that ties the front to the back and is used as the mezzanine. So it holds part of the framing for the second floor. If we can just get a break from the weather. So after we get the plywood, probably have to go down and put tarps over the top of them and tape them down and try to waterproof them as much as we can. Just keep the rain off of them. Kind of show you what we're doing with our driveway, because we're kind of abandoning the original layout. I'll tell you what, the amount of rain yesterday was crazy. They were saying that the North Shores got hit really hard. The last the last week was like 20 to 50 foot waves up at the ocean. So a lot of the beaches have been kind of closed. At least the parking's closed, and it's enter at your own risk. Ugh. So there we go, there's the front corner. So right up here, we got the ladder so we can put it across here, then nip that corner so I can actually slide that and line up the holes on the inside and bolt that to the front, and then that front is pinned. Then, I don't know how far I can walk over here. Apparently not very far. Anyways, I want to come in with the driveway and come in here and actually make a loop around, making like a little garden section right here with this ohia and this one and flower beds or something right in this area, and then bring this back out. You can see all that grass growing. I bring this back out to here. I'm trying to save this guy. His trunk is over here somewhere, and then he comes out and forms all these little leaves. We had a guy out here giving us a price on how much it would cost to hammer all this, and he said those are pretty resilient, and you can kind of see how resilient they are. This is the first time I actually walked through here, was a couple of days ago after all the rains with the excavator, so you can see how the lava actually is, and it's pretty crazy. I'll get a close-up. But I noticed this bright green guy growing right here. So this is all new. This is a fresh guy, and there's the bottom of him right there, and he is buried somewhere in all this mess, and it's still growing. But yeah, this area here we had some problems with Alex trying to get in and out of it, and there's the reason why. You can kind of see how this all just forms this crazy spillage, and this is that low area that I've been having a problem with. So you can see how much that comes up right where that tree is. So this whole ground just slopes way up high. And this is where we're trying to throw all the dirt and rocks into. And it just washed out with the forklift. And this area, as you can see, it's with all the rain up here. There's some water standing right there. There's no water in here. Everything here that touches this just goes straight back. And I don't know how far down that goes, but it goes down still quite a ways. And that's our neighbor's property right there. And we finally found one tree that we killed. This one got hit with the excavator. And it's turning all brown. So that one's gonna have to come down. So you can't really tell on the camera, but you can see because the water's level. So you can kind of see that this is all kind of nice and smooth and level. The problem is it comes up really high here, so you bottom out. And this is also almost all just mud. So if you step down in it, you start to sink, except for some of the rocks. And then you have a shelf here, right there. You can see how sharp that edge is. And that's, I think this is right around where that lava tube was originally on the first couple of days that we were out here. And then this whole thing just rises up real quick. And then this is all relatively flat and level, but it's got all these little bumps and ridges. So all this area here would have to be hammered out to push in to fill in this hole. But if we move over to this area, you can kind of see where we've been coming in and out of. I mean, that's almost all. It's really fairly level across here. I mean, you can see that there's even amount of water on both sides from where the tires are. So I'm going to start taking some of that grain or some of the gravel up there and coming down here and just filling in the tire tracks. And then we've got one little tiny bump in the lava right here. And then fill in this little hole section to fill this out so we can get in and out of here. And then maybe get a professional in a couple of months to come out and or rent a hammer for a month and use it to do fence post, holes for trees, all that fun stuff. So that's kind of the update, and I'll try to get this uploaded, but internet where we are is not great for uploading. I'm gonna try to see what Spectre requires to get internet out here, if they need to have poles in the ground to run the wires across, or if we can just run the wire and add the poles later. So that's it. Hopefully we'll be able to come out tomorrow and get a little work done, but I know that the rain is coming. Even though there's a little bit of blue skies over there, it's supposed to hit pretty hard this afternoon. So we're out.
made it.
A little bumpy right there.